You are about to witness the most high-stakes game of Mahjong you've ever seen. Today, I've invited 3 other players to compete for one of the most valuable prizes I've ever given out. The winner gets $1 from each of the losing players. Here's who I'm playing with.
Hi everyone, I'm Claire Posniak. You can find me anywhere you see NYC Riichi no Mi. What I would do with $4 is I would apply it towards the $100 I'm about to spend on my nails this weekend. That's girl math.
Hi everyone, my name is Max, otherwise known as Light Pink Yoshi. You can find me at Light Pink Yoshi on Twitch. What I'll do with $4 when I win is buy another month of Tenhou Premium.
Hi everyone, my name is Ichigo. You can find me under Shiro _Ichigo. And what I would do with $4 is continue to fuel my unhealthy boba addiction.
I was thinking that it would actually be really funny one day to get someone to like sponsor this, and so that we could say that we doubled our prize pool, and then it could be like a total of $8 that we're playing for. But that's probably too intense. Anyway, welcome everyone. This is the first ever $4 Mahjong. I just wanted to ask right off the top, because as we were getting ready, everyone knows each other, and I'm the only bozo here trying to make friends. How does everyone know each other here?
Well, me and Max both live in New York, so that does make things significantly easier.
And
Ichigo is just so beautiful, we can't help but make friends with her. Look at her!
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say Claire's one of the cutest people that I know, yet she's playing as Joseph, and I can't understand that in my mind.
What
Joseph is
represents
just
you as a
funny.
person, okay? This is an emotional matter. This has nothing to do with appearances.
The joke with Joseph is that he is like an American. He has like an American accent within the confines of Mahjong Soul, right?
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, he's Ron, like like as if we were born in, like, I don't know, in the middle of Alabama. Like it's very funny.
It's just he's spirit. He's got a little nerve. I'm also gonna call Riichi right now, but you know, like that's just so
dare
you. It's so me coded, right? I also am a big bird
Riichi.
girl, so it's got to be birds for me.
That's
Yeah.
true. You've even been so far as to travel to Ohio to look at birds, which is
I
just
went to Ohio to look at birds.
crazy.
I don't mean to flex or dox myself, but right outside my door, a dove has like built a nest on some perching, and we wave to the dove every single day. It's kind of beautiful. Do you get a lot of birds where you are in either New York or San Francisco?
Well, for us
for
in
the
New York,
content.
yeah, somewhat. But sorry, you shouldn't ask me about birds. Ichigo, you answer. I'll go too deep.
Absolutely no respect being shown for this, Riichi. But
I'm
also,
dealer.
It's okay. My weight is very bad.
Wait, Ichigo.
there
So
are more tiles that deal in than don't deal in, probably. That
That's
don't deal in.
also very true.
I'll take that one though.
wow.
That's fine. You know what? Cheap. This is cheaper than Claire
There's
Simone.
the snipe.
Wait,
It
so
is cheaper than me sumoing. Yes.
I should tell everyone that Ichigo, we are meeting for the first time, and so if you sense any, you know, this is raw, this is unfiltered, you sung meeting someone for the first time, social vibes, okay? So you know, it's my awkwardness, but Ichigo, I understand that you are a part of the Pacific Mahjong League, and so you're not necessarily a Riichi no Mi goer, and so how have you just met Claire and Max through a lot of like tournaments IRL and stuff?
So the American Mahjong scene is growing at like a rapid pace, especially like since COVID. I personally only started I only learned the rule set, let me say, of Riichi Mahjong like July 2022.
Oh my
And
God.
that's when I moved to San Francisco.
Mhm.
And then in October, we had the Pacific Mahjong League Open, the PML Open. It happens every October. And the people there were like, you know what? You kind of got the rules down. You're a fun person. Go try it out. And at that tournament, I met both Claire and Max and many other wonderful in-person Mahjong tournament goers. And I realized like this was a place for me, right? Like when you move to a new place, when you don't know anybody, you know, you're kind of trying to figure out what to do, where do I want to go,
Yes.
who do I want to make friends with, how much work do I want to like connect to my personal life, right? And then
Yes.
finding this community and like meeting all these people, like it was kind of like the thing that probably has made me stay in San Francisco, honestly, like my Mahjong friends. Otherwise I might have just moved back home.
Why? It's so cheap
Los
there.
Angeles.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But that's
It's
genuinely.
the cheapest city in the United
Yes,
States.
it's
Let
the
me say
cheapest
that
city
right
in the entire
now.
world. So well, Claire and Max, I know like you've gone to a lot of. You're organizing the Riichi Nomi Open. I know probably more Claire than Max, but I know y'all are both involved.
Correct. Very correct.
Like, well, what advice do you have for like? I mean, I obviously wouldn't need this, but what advice would you have for someone who's trying to make friends at like a IRL Mahjong tournament for the first time?
Oh, I have a 3-step plan for being liked at Mahjong tournaments, actually. If you're interested. So the 3-step
Yes.
plan. Step 1 is to smell good. Shower before you arrive and put on deodorant.
course.
That's very important. That's very
course.
important. You can't skip that one. Step 2 is to play quickly. It doesn't matter if you're bad, but don't hold up the game by being really slow. That's really annoying. So
Yes.
just like play Mahjong quickly. Don't spend too much time overthinking it. Oh, Ron.
Why?
Dora Uncle, understandable.
Oh, I see. That's where all the Dora are.
And we all put on a friendly facade, but when it comes down to the points, we don't even hesitate. Wow, okay, all right.
See, she's smiling. See, so you don't actually care all that much that you fed her a manga.
Right. So that goes into the third step, which is don't be annoying when you lose. So take losing, like, just be like, great game, you did your best. So, or just,
What has Mahjong salt? Okay, just know that you're not special. Everyone has the salt.
Right. There's 53 tables of games, and every single one has someone who came in 4th place, and they all feel the same as you. But if they all shouted about it, you wouldn't be able to hear it over the racket. So that's it. Oh my god.
I am so sorry. Did I do something? Okay.
I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna ignore this.
I mean, I find
Defense
myself
is
playing
offense.
playing differently now that there's actually something on the line, which is kind of interesting to think about. Oh my god, am I folding in friendlies? Okay, I also wanted to ask you this. So I played Riichi Mahjong IRL only a handful of times. Oh, but I've been told that I'm very expressive when I play.
Like your facial expressions?
Yeah, I've been told like whenever I draw like an interesting tile, and you can't see me right now, but I'll go like, oh, that's interesting. And then like people will know that I've drawn a red 5. Y'all are all IRL Zhong players. Like, how important is a poker face in real life Riichi Mahjong? Because I don't think there's that much information you can glean from someone.
There are people that are really good at pulling stuff like that, but honestly, like, a lot of it is going to be more based off of how you're sorting your tiles and things of that nature than it is like actual facial expressions. Or if you're just like actually saying things. When you say things, you give away a lot.
Yeah, right. Like, I feel like at the very end of the game, when people draw a tile and they can't decide whether they want to fold or not, and they're like, can't cut that one. People do that all the time, right? Like that kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, the biggest one for me is like when someone like cuts a save tile, and then like the table rushes to move that save tile to the right of their hand for it to be easier to discard. Just like, oh, okay, so that's where the rest of those are.
Yeah.
So you can just like, create your own information that way.
Yeah. But then you also have people who lie, right? Like the Bob Chows of the world, who just like will like act like they picked up a really dangerous tile and they have to fold, but they're just lying. There's no rules against lying. It's just frowned upon.
Oh, you're calling out Bob Chow specifically.
I love Bob Chow. He's my brother.
I don't know
Oh
who
my
this
God.
person is, but they're catching strays in the video. I also wanted to. Well, I'm also gonna just point out the pawn for 3 Dora. I'm saying that for me and I guess for other people at the table.
Oh yeah.
But I also wanted to ask like.
Fine.
You don't need to draw their attention to that. It's not important.
Fine.
I wanted to ask what the vibes were like at Pacific Mahjong League, because I've only been to like two Riichi Mahjong clubs, La Palm, which is Los Angeles' one, and Riichi Nomi. So I wanted to ask like, what's the vibe? I think there's auto tables there, but I'm not sure. So I would love to hear it from a member.
Our auto tables. I think Pacific Mahjong League was the first all auto table parlor in the US. I could be wrong. So if I am, Claire or Max, please correct me. But I'm just feeding Claire. But yeah, the vibes at PML are honestly really great. We actually say PML stands for 3 different things. So obviously Pacific Mahjong League. The next one is Pacific Meal League. And then the next one is a different acronym, but Pacific Puzzle League, because sometimes we don't have 4 people, so we must, have things to do on the side while we wait for our games.
Of
Wait,
course.
So puzzles. Sorry, I was distracting.
I don't know what to do
Riichi.
here. Actually, I'm sorry. I do know what to do here.
Oh, this is BM to the max. It's BM. This is slow roll poker. This is
That's
slow roll.
BM,
People are
that's
demons.
I cannot believe you did that
this is
to
the
me.
line
That
I was
is
talking
rude.
He's lying.
I respect the hell out of it. Why am I in last? Okay, I will say this. Okay, this is
Well,
just
you did feed Among Us.
This is I just gave him Mongon. But also it was totally concealed in my defense. I also want to say this is just for my ego, but I would love to hear if people here think that you get a minus like 10 debuff at least to your IQ when you talk and play Mahjong at the same time. It's like I'm not the only one who experiences this, right?
I think for in person, it's just a matter of like getting used to it. I think it's a different sort of debuff for in person versus streaming. Like because streaming, it's more of just like playing the character / like interacting with chat. It causes you to like take the IQ debuff, whereas like playing IRL, like you're probably fine. It also just like the more you're casually chatting, the less you really like. The less the game is probably all that serious anyway. So it's just like, people are okay with that. Also, I will declare Tenpai.
Declaring it this time. Wow, how courteous of you.
Yeah, well, the last time there was a scary Claire.
Just know
You
that this...
sumoed my weight, by the way, and I thought that was really rude.
I had a feeling.
Are you serious? I thought I was gonna deal in. Okay, this 6 looks suspicious, but just know that when you watch my POV, everyone's gonna do a nod of, yes, I understand.
That's fine.
That's problematic.
My weight's not... I don't Riichi good weights. I only Riichi weights
I
that
feel
weight.
like this is a bait, but I'm gonna deal in anyway.
No.
Oh
I'm
my
not that mean.
god.
Yes, I am.
I don't know. You absolutely could be. It could definitely be the double pair weight, the Shampoo weight.
Yeah. I mean, I would have
Especially
if I
with
could.
that 2-pin discard Riichi tile. But anyways.
Theoretically, if you had a Shanpon weight, would you chase this, Lamel?
Probably.
Yeah, but like, say you drew the kiss of death, and you're realizing that this is exactly why you gave yourself 60 seconds to decide. Like, how would you feel about that?
I mean, you're losing, right? How much
No,
worse
no,
can it get?
Yeah, but there's still.
only No, this is okay. You can push one more tile. It's okay to push one more tile here.
Honestly, I think you all are sharks. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm realizing that you all are sharks, and I don't need to engage. Afterwards, I would love to show you what this hand was, but like.
I mean, if you fold, then I just get more time to sumo, and I'm happy. So.
That's true. But you don't know about my bronze level Mawashi skills. Like this is it's gonna happen.
I
I'll
will
cut the
say,
door
what
now
was the
then.
conversation we were talking about earlier? There
Oh, it
was
was about
something that
talking while
was
playing
important.
Mahjong.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Okay, here.
See, the trick to that is you just call Riichi, and then it's very easy.
Well, it's like I'm not usually having full-on conversations when I'm playing Mahjong. It's
That's
usually like,
true.
oh, a comment here. Ooh, comment there. Ooh, fancy seeing you here. And then I go back to focusing on the game. Even when I'm streaming, like I don't have a super active chat, which is a good and bad thing. So, okay, I think it's time to fold. This is very unfortunate.
See, I do have full conversations when I play Mahjong because I love yapping.
Yes.
Yapping is my way of life. But what I have heard from people in the past, and not to divulge this as being true, I have gotten the feedback in the past that I yap more when my hand is really good. Because I'm nervous or I'm distracting from it. So you can use that information as you like. I'm doing my best to mitigate it.
You mean like the one time where Steve wouldn't shut up about his closed eye socket?
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, just know that what might seem like a cowardly laydown for me is actually an extremely calculated play because I know I still have a dealer seat coming up, and then that's where the magic happens. You know what I mean?
I'm okay with this. The sand is worth about 3k regardless, so if you all fold, I still get the same amount of points.
See, as soon as either he wins or he flips for Ryukoku, we'll see how much he's lying right now. 3k, he says. 3k. Very un.
Oh my. Okay. Well.
Take it. Take it.
Yeah. You know what? It still has. It's just. It's a little bit of pain. It's not max pain quite yet.
Oh.
Oh, I know. Now I gotta decide what is.
I feel like you should have decided before you called.
I had a super safe out and I was just blind.
You should cheat again for the culture.
No one changed the draw order. Yeah, okay.
Shot, no shot.
We cannot give Max a What?
I mean, it was about 3K, and then you get me a
culture.
Until
Yakuza.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
my God.
I happily believe you now.
All right,
I
but now,
was staying away from that 1-4, and it was at the very end. I was so mad that it showed up.
Were you Senpai?
I was Tenpai, of course.
Okay, understandable.
Yes, of course. Claire, I wanted to ask, what are
I'm
the
a
like?
Tenpai.
I know you got how many people do you have in the Riichi Open that's coming up?
212 players, 8 judges, and another 10 staff.
525.
Max is a judge.
Max is a judge. So Max, what went into that decision? Do you not want to play? Do you not just want to like? You know,
I would love to play, but I kind of figured like it's my turn, given that I am an officer of the club and haven't actually been in the city until this year.
Very noble, very noble. I wanted to ask, like, what are the biggest struggles of like organizing a tournament? Is it just like the paperwork of it? Is it like the logistics?
I can only speak for New York.
Yes.
The biggest struggle in New York is that nobody has a car. And bringing 53 sets and mats and all of the materials, like entry gifts, prizes, compasses, tenbo, whatever, like all of the stuff it takes to run a tournament with no car into Manhattan, like this, like an $80 Uber, which the club isn't like that keen on financing. Like we could. We're not poor. We could do it, but we don't want to. So then you're taking it on the subway. So the hardest part of every Riichi Open is taking a granny cart filled with like 10 to 20 junk mats and carrying it up and down the stairs of a subway stop in Brooklyn, and then back up into the stop at 59th Street, which is near where the tournament is, which goes directly into a Bloomingdale's.
Ooh.
And as you walk through the Bloomingdale's, they look at you like you're homeless.
Yeah.
Because you're carrying a cart filled with like 12 strange long materials.
Yes. Yes.
What is she doing here? Like, get her out of this fancy mall.
Oh my
Anyways,
God.
that's the biggest struggle, is getting everything to the venue.
This
This is a remarkably New York perspective.
Absolutely. I have never considered this in my life.
Wait.
You'll never have to deal with this. But for me, that's the hardest part.
Then I wanted to ask, I wanted to ask Ichigo, like, because speaking of tournaments, you also are no stranger. You have a paw print in your name. What is the story behind that? They don't just hand those out like candy.
Well, the paw print was actually because I was able to commentate the Cat Food Bowl 2025 earlier this year. And when you commentate, they are nice enough to give you a cat paw. At least when you commentate Cat Food Bowl specifically.
Right.
But that's the story of the cat paw.
I prefer the
I think all of
Ipatsu to
us
not
here-
exist.
Max, that was my Ipatsu. I knew it.
Yeah. I
but-
prefer that not to happen on my deal.
No, but that's so cool. You commentated it. Oh my God, it's a big hand. It wasn't when I started.
Was that Sumogiri? Did I actually break the Ipatsu?
Yeah, that was Sumogiri.
Oh my
Cheat.
he's cracked. There's my 3 door, and there's $4 on the line.
Oh, I returned the points.
And it's anyone's game, and he's in the dealer's seat. But you went through the official Yostar channels. Like you were commentating on the Yostar channel.
And it was a great experience. I was co-commentating with Irie and Tips and Tricks, who are just veteran commentators in the community. And also great people that we meet in tournaments all the time. And then also a new face that I didn't know, but also new to the commentary world, but Tenhou. So,
I've been seeing him around a few times. I think he's like also just like a relatively or like a streamer / YouTube creator.
pretty much.
Yeah. Now that we're using our platform to shill other people's channels.
No, I mean it's good. It's a like Ichigo said earlier. It's a small world, and it's nice to rising tides lift all ships. What is the rising Yusungs get 3 Oradora? You know, it's good to shout other people out.
Hey, they were
Welcome, by the way.
I
That was my
thought that was really rude that you did that to me.
That was my con that gave you the 3 Uradora, so you're welcome.
It was the original Dora.
No, it was not. It was the 6 though.
Yeah,
Was it the original Dora?
Oh, was it? I
Was
think
it
it was
the
the
Aura?
original Aura, maybe.
Yeah, the original.
But
Dora.
either
Not
way, I'm
sure.
very.
I thought it was
grateful.
the second one.
It made a
We'll
tough
see.
decision much easier to pull the trigger on.
See, you can solve this problem by like just decisions don't have to be hard. All right, you can, the decision is I am Tenpai, I am Riichi.
Oh. Is there
Your valid decision.
I wanted to ask, like, how is everyone's... I mean, I know you probably play more IRL than I do, but, like, how is your ranked journey going? I feel like I don't get to commiserate with anyone else about their ranked Mahjong Soul, you know, exploits or anything like that.
Let me check.
Man.
Pretty miserable.
Every time I make a foothold in Master 3, I lose it again, and then I get mad. And I do it to myself by playing Pokemon at the same time that I'm playing Mahjong Soul.
Wait, what Pokemon? Are you playing Pokemon Showdown? Like, what's going on?
No, I'm playing Pokemon TCG Pocket Rank Battles. I know. It's not even good. Like, I'm not even playing a good Pokemon game.
It's legitimately impressive that you pulled her away enough to actually focus on this game.
Yeah, I put down Pokemon for this. I put down Pokemon for this.
So, wait.
So proud of you, Claire.
Yes. This is gonna come across as so judgmental, and I don't know how to, like, what is the distracting part? Because my understanding is that you open packs and then you're like, oh, I'm done for the day. But oh, you going PvP with other people in Pokemon TCG Pocket?
Yeah, I opened it up like instinctually whenever somebody takes more than 3 seconds to discard on Mahjong Soul because I get bored. It's so bad. It's my
Yeah.
weakness.
Secret.
People play so slowly, but I'm way closer to ranking up on Mahjong Soul than I am on Tenhou, so I'm not going back to Tenhou. It's rough out there. It's rough out there.
Uh-oh.
Also,
I
Ichigo,
don't
I see
like
what you
that.
just did. I'm paying
Yeah,
attention
I'm gonna
to
just
you.
I'm gonna just chill here.
No, I don't like
okay.
this.
Quite Tenpai yet. I
Lem-
promise you I'm not Tenpai.
Let me stay. Let me stay in this seat.
Tenpai.
Let me keep the chair warm.
All right. Do I have anything that's actually Genbutsu? I
Um,
don't think so.
So
Well,
what's the play?
So
let's tango, baby.
Oh wait. Oh well. This is like okay. This is Genbutsu, but like, do I believe
You're gonna give him a
Ichigo?
Hote?
Oh wait, no. This
I
is
promise
this
you.
is 100% safe. Yeah, this is fine. This is
I promise you.
It's just
What, Ichigo, you were gonna say something. Was it about Pokemon TCG Pocket or?
It was not about Pokemon TCG Pocket, but it was a little bit of Ichigo lore of like
Yes.
the only reason I started streaming was because I could not focus on games enough to play through a whole Hanshan.
Real.
So-
Like when you're
so-
playing in person and someone's playing slowly, you can make conversation, you can yap to fill the time, and it's a multitask thing. Like you are distracted from your boredom and you're social and get to know people better. It works very well. But when you're playing online, there's no one to talk to. Like what are you supposed to do? Just like sit there emoting at them till they mute you? Like that's screaming into the void, man. Like
Especially in IRL Pacific Mahjong League, like we only pretty much play timed games. Like our Hanchans are 1 hour. It doesn't matter if you finish the Hanchan or not. Once the 1 hour clock is done, you're done. So it encourages people to play a little bit faster, and we also only let people play the time games like once we feel they're ready for the time games. But in online, you know, you have those 5 seconds every single time, and some people will take those 5 seconds every single time.
Yes.
And, you know, I found out that when I was playing Mahjong Soul or any other Mahjong platform, I just kept getting bored and I needed, like, I kept opening my phone. I was what Claire was saying. I was like, I'm playing any other game, Animal Crossing, Mario Kart on my phone, right? So the streaming came like, wow, okay, I can focus on the game, talk to people. Maybe people can even backseat me so I can get better at the game.
Oh,
and
no,
I'm
no, we
focused.
can't encourage that here. We cannot encourage that here. Oh, no, but please.
yeah, who would
I
do
say that
that?
facetiously. I say that facetiously, of course. I say that facetiously.
Yeah. Who would ever?
He's calling... Critics are calling this one of the weirdest cheese of all time, and yet Yusung is unbothered. Max, do you play any... Do you play anything else when you got Mahjong up and you're listening to music? Like, what's going on?
I obsessively listen to Taylor Swift to the point where it's pretty much just background noise. So I do have that going, but I will say, like, the worst thing for my, like, rank journey was getting a second monitor. Because now I'm, like, because, like, it used to be my, like, golden rule, like, gospel to Mahjong was just don't multitask. Just like
Yeah.
Mahjong open in one tab, nothing. Oh Jesus.
Oh my
That's
god,
so
are you
stupid.
kidding?
That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
What the?
What is this, Clay?
Ugh.
I was trying to get a honey soup with the 5, so it was just sitting in my hand. I didn't mean to reach down there. That was an accident.
You know what? It was very skillful, very on purpose.
That
Good
was
reads.
very,
good
very
read.
skillful. I'm very proud of you.
That was
great.
incredible.
That's dumb. That's
Oh.
stupid.
Claire's the
Oh.
main character? What the?
No,
Yeah.
it,
It's the
I
main
would have been the main character if
character.
it was the red 5 so. The red 5 so?
No,
Yes.
that was in my hand with the other two red fives.
So Max is the main character. That's what I'm hearing.
So everyone here, has talked about slow play, but we can all agree that when someone emotes me in the Jade Room for taking honestly 2 seconds on a tough decision, that's wrong of them, right? They should be jailed without a trial?
Correct.
Okay,
Eh.
thank you.
You know what? I mean, people can emote how they want. It's just like, do that when you have won the hand. Do that, or do that. Don't waste my time.
Yeah,
For the
they're
love
wasting
of
your
God.
time.
If you click emote before clicking wrong, you're a bad person.
Yes, that is true.
That's correct.
Like
It's really fast. Like you
if
have
really
the emote
need to
prepped and
emote,
ready.
If you really need to emote, you click the R button and then you just hover the emote.
But I do think it's acceptable to emote at someone if they're being really slow. But you shouldn't take it personally.
Oh,
Like,
man.
you know you're being slow, and they know you're being slow, and they're, either like Keiko Sleep or like Joseph Think, and that's fine.
But
Like, we
yeah.
can both acknowledge it. It's not a personal statement.
My favorite thing to do with emotes is just is find characters that have that have a particularly toxic emote,
Yeah.
like a question mark, and just use it every time they deal in.
Oh my ah! Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have
Riichi,
to.
wait.
I have to. There's $4 on the line.
All right,
Oh, that's not nice. That's not good, guys.
all right.
All right. He's
That's a
somehow
good
in the
hand.
lead.
Nice, nice.
Thank you. I thought about I had a 3-5 and then a 7-8 shape, and I was like, I could confirm Tanya, but that doesn't seem quite right here, and so I'm glad.
Yeah, just get a manga.
Yeah, just get a Mangan,
All right. Do we have the 30K?
We do have the 30K. I think. I think
Okay,
unless that is
cool.
like a thing that you can toggle. I did not change it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
That
you
was
can.
in the
So
rules,
then,
I
but
did
it's
see
usually
that.
just you just do it by messing with the starting points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how do I get out of second?
This is not looking good for me.
This is tricky. I am in an advantageous position. I'm not trying to gloat or anything. But a lot of psychic
I have
damage has been
donated
incurred.
several sticks, so I need to figure out how to get those sticks back.
Ichigo really cannot afford $2 with that
Oh,
San Francisco
absolutely
cost
not.
of living.
Wait, are we paying $2?
No.
$1.
$2 would honestly,
Oh.
if this was a den of sin, we'd be wagering $2. But this is not. This is a respectable game of skill, and so we were wagering $1 each.
Ah,
that's what
I
I
see.
thought.
My
That's what I
mistake. My mistake.
Also, like
Terrifying me, Max.
I'm gonna call this like $4 mahjong, but I think people are gonna get on my case because it's not really $4. Like,
Oh, that's what I got confused.
Yeah. Oh, it is confusing. You know what? We're gonna have to go back to the drawing board. But like, it's like, you also get the dollar that you would have lost back in opportunity. just from the chance of it all.
Opportunity cost.
Yes.
I see.
I was too scared.
Understandable.
I was too scared to say
Understandable.
opportunity
It's
cost because I
fine.
wasn't sure if it was right or not. But yes, opportunity cost.
I don't know if
Ah.
that's right either. I was not.
Okay, there's no accountants here.
Yes. Okay. Well, this is scary. Is anybody else seeing this?
No.
Max is doing his thing. I've conceded.
Yeah, this is
I've already
normal.
conceded. I've got Venmo open on my phone.
I mean, this is so bad. Why do I feel like this is so bad? But and yet you sung must. Max, I wanted to ask you, do you play in the Jade Room
shot.
or do you play in the Throne Room? Because you can play in either, technically, right?
I just play in Jade. There's truly no reason to ever play Throne Room. You get an extra plus 10 points for a first, but instead of Master Ones, you play against Celestials.
All right, Ichigo, I actually support this. If you wanted
Yep.
to like
I also support this.
Ron you song,
Ooh, pause.
Trying to. This is not the tempai I wanted. I will be very honest. I
Mhm.
got the side that I didn't want as much.
Allow me to slow roll.
No way! No way! This is BL!
SMH, SMH,
SMH.
Until Ichigo Riichi.
I'm
Wait, is
telling
this
you, I'm
first?
telling you,
Oh.
I've donated like
First.
4 sticks now.
You think I would take a win that didn't make me first? I'm insulted.
Oh my god.
I was planning on skipping anything that before Riichi but that wasn't off of Yuson.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm just.
I
Well,
want
wait,
to
I still
propose-
lose. I
I want
still
to
lose
propose-
$1. Okay.
Yes, everybody
Double or nothing.
Double
I
or
would propose
nothing.
double
yeah.
or nothing.
We'll have to
Oh.
maybe.
Double or nothing?
No,
Let's do
well,
double or nothing.
Double or nothing.
No,
That was a
no.
very
This
fast
is not a
contract.
den of
That was
sin.
like
We're not
30
crossing.
minutes.
We can't cross the $2 threshold. There are rules in society. Friends.
Okay, kick out
$1.50.
Yuson. Bring in someone who will play double or nothing.
$1.50.
No.
Yeah, I also have to play a tournament game in 5 minutes.
Okay, all right. Max has to go. Before I
no,
let
no,
you
we've got
escape, can I just ask this? Like, do you have any closing thoughts? Thank you from the bottom of my heart for doing this. But do you have any
No,
closing
thank
thoughts?
you for your
this?
dollar.
Wait, I need to Venmo Max now, right?
Yes, I will
Oh.
post like proof that Venmos have occurred. Shira, do you have any closing thoughts? Like, where can people find you one last time?
Thank you so much, Yusong, for the invite. I had so much fun. I would love to do this again.
Oh
And I
my
also want to
goodness.
apologize deeply for how much editing this video might have to cause
No.
you in the near future. You can find me as Shiro_Ichigo on pretty much all platforms. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for VODs, and Twitch. So yeah, I'd love to make some new friends. So I hope to see you guys soon.
Please check Ichigo out. Do you have a day in mind that you might be streaming soon?
My normal streaming time is usually Tuesdays at 7 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. EST.
Perfect. Max, you are going through a very stressful time, but where can people find you? And do you have any plans to broadcast yourself just crushing it in Jade anytime soon?
I've got to upgrade my computer. I move next week, so I got to deal with that. So hopefully sometime in summer, but I'll be streaming at twitch.tv/LatePinkYoshi.
Max, you're welcome for covering all the moving costs, and don't.
Oh yeah, of course. You've covered my tip for the movers.
No.
No, I'm not that mean.
Claire, you're about to organize a tournament. Where can people find you? How can people support Riichi Nomi?
Well, if you want to stay up to date on the Riichi Nomi Open, we are going to be posting a ton of stuff from it, photos, videos, recap stuff. So if you're not going, you're missing out on the best Mahjong experience in America, so it kind of sucks, but if you can't be there, you can at least follow along on Instagram at NYC Riichi Nomi. We're that on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, X, on TikTok. We have a Red Note account now if you're on the Chinese social medias.
Ooh.
So we're everywhere. You can find us doing cool things wherever we are. And you should definitely check it out because the Riichi Nomi Open is going to be incredibly hyped this year.
They can also get an online membership for Riichi Nomi if they're interested. Prorated to $20 for the second half of the year. $10 if you're a student.
I can attest, Riichi Nomi's social game is absolutely incredible. Shout out to Christine, who I met, that does, I believe, the socials. They're really incredible. They're definitely worth the follow. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for bearing with me as we work through some of the kinks on this first expedition. And yeah, thank you so much for your time. To the YouTube audience, if you want to see more, please feel free to like and comment. I'm still doing this with everyone on the Discord call. It's extremely embarrassing. At least, show me some support for that. But yeah, I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch, 3 p.m. Pacific. Link is down below in the description. Let me know if you want to see more of this stuff. We're not going to $2, and we never will, okay? And until next time, until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, okay?